Hey guys, okay, so as some of you know, I don't really watch that much television, primarily because I work nights, so I'm never around when anything's on, but against all odds, I somehow managed to get completely and utterly obsessed with one TV show, um, American Horror Story. Now, if you've never seen it, it's about, well, the main character is this house. They call it the murder house in Los Angeles, and it's about this family, the Harmons, who moved from Colorado to California to start a new life after the head of the family, Dr. Harmon, played by Dylan McDermott, cheats on his wife who just had a miscarriage. And they think they're starting a new life and everything is going to be great. But basically everything goes to hell because this house is haunted by all of these spirits who died extremely violent deaths in this house. And on the surface, when you hear about what it's about, it sounds like this really corny soap opera. But my God, if Ryan Murphy and company doesn't somehow make it work, because it is the most addicting show I have ever seen in my life. I mean, I've liked other TV shows. I used to be really into Lost and Twin Peaks, but never have I ever felt like an entire day of my week is just completely taken over by this show. It's like I schedule my life around being able to watch the show on Wednesdays. And I don't know, I guess in a way it's kind of like how it was for people who used to watch, like Dallas and Dynasty in the 80s or whatever, because, I have these friends at work. On Wednesdays, we always talk about what's going to happen, what we think is going to happen, and we discuss all of our theories and stuff. And then on Thursday, we talk about what happened on the show the night before, and it's like completely taking over our lives. And Ryan Murphy, I want to kick his ass for so many reasons, but that's just one of them. Anyway, so last night was episode 10. It was entitled Smoldering Children. And let me just say right now, this video is going to be very rambling, and I am going to talk about what happened. So if you haven't seen it, don't, just turn the video off, go watch something else, go watch a Justin Bieber video or something, go watch Lady Gaga pour Cheerios all over herself. I don't, do something else. Just don't yell at me for spoiling the show for you, okay, because I'm giving you a warning. But anyway, yeah, so last night was Smoldering Children, and it was a much, much, much better episode than last week's. Last week's was kind of filler, it was kind of, it didn't really fit in with the rest of the season because of the whole Black Dahlia thing. I don't understand why they stuck her in there, It didn't really have anything to do with anything else in the story other than it gave them a way to get rid of Travis, who had only really ever been in one episode, so I don't understand why they had to tie up that loose end, but whatever. So, I mean, yeah, so it was a much better episode, Of course, it was very, very, very Tate and Violet centric, so that's probably why I liked it so much, because I am a very, I freely admit that I am I'm a Violet shipper. And a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand why I like the character of Tate, and least of all me. I don't understand why I like him. He's part of him is like this monster. He's the rubber man. He's done all these horrible, horrible things, and then there's the other part of him that's just like so fiercely protective of Violet and just willing to do anything for her. And I think it has a lot to do with Evan Peters' portrayal of Tate, because he is just a phenomenal actor. My God, for such a young guy, I've never even heard of him before seeing him in this, and I'm like, my God, he's just so amazing. And I think a lot of the people who like Tate and like Tate with Violet, have him to thank, because it's his performance that has made them feel sympathy for him. Because I think played by anybody else, he would just be considered a monster. He wouldn't have different sides to his personality. But anyway, yeah, so we found out that, as I predicted several weeks ago, Violet is dead. Tate didn't actually save her when she took all those pills. She did die. And that's what the blowflies were from, because her body was hidden in the walls. And there's like a bunch of Tate Violet fans are like really happy about this, because this means that they're both dead and they can be together forever, literally. And then there are other people who just are, horrified. Personally, I don't know. My feelings seem to change by the week. Last week, I was, really pissed off at Tate, because I've been clinging to this twin theory for weeks and weeks and weeks, saying to myself, ever since they revealed that Tate was Rubber Man, I've been saying to myself, there's no way, there's no way that Tate is the same person who, Tate is Rubber Man who killed Chad and Pat in just such an incredibly vicious manner. There's no way he's the same person that he is when he's with Violet, because it's like two completely different characters. And because Constance said that she had 4 children and we've only seen 3, I like latched onto this idea that Tate had a twin and that Rubber Man was the twin. But yeah, that's kind of going out the window. It's kind of gone out the window. I'm clinging to a tiny little thread of it, but it's not looking good. Yeah, so I think the Tate fans are just gonna have to find a way to accept that he's pretty much a fucking monster who happens to be in love with this, young girl. And there is 2 different sides to his character, but it is the same person. So yeah, no wonder Evan Peters says he was like really anxious for the season to be over. I can just imagine how exhausting it must be to try and, balance that kind of thing. But yeah, so anyway, I will say though, I am a huge well, no, how am I trying to put this? I really hate Ben. Yeah, Dylan McDermott's character. From the very beginning, my dislike of him has grown with each episode, and to the point where on last night's show, when Rubber Man went after Ben when he was in the bathroom, I was saying to myself, get that weepy bastard, get him. And my friends were like, oh my god, that's horrible. But it's true. I mean, if anybody on that show deserves to have his ass kicked, it is Ben, because he is an ass, okay? He cheated on his wife, who just had a freaking miscarriage and almost died. Not only did he do that once, but he did it twice. After they moved to California, he went back and saw the fucking crazy psycho bitch he was having an affair with, okay? And he's done all of these things, and he's just this horrible, horrible person, and he's just, oh my god. He deserves an ass kicking. So bad. Yeah, he deserves even worse than he got last night. That's my opinion. But, yeah, so at some point I will probably make a video, where I try to, discuss my kind of warring feelings about the whole Tate character. Because he's such a complex character, he is. And I sound like a fucking idiot, probably, and those of you who, although if you've never watched the show, I don't really know why you're watching the video, but I mean, if there are people out there who've never watched the show, you probably think I'm crazy, but you'd have to watch the show. You'd have to watch it, and you would understand what I'm saying. Even the people who hate him, they can understand, well, some of them anyway, can understand why some of us are like torn and still, after seeing everything that he's done, still like his character. It's just, I don't know. All I can say is that Jessica Lange and Evan Peters need to be nominated for Emmys and Golden Globes and all that stuff. And I know it's a basic cable show, but I don't care, because both of them are just phenomenal. And I think it's a given that Jessica Lange is going to be nominated, but I really, really, really hope that he's nominated too, because he's just incredible. So, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I could seriously probably sit here and ramble for another 20 minutes, but I'm not going to. Oh, and by the way, yeah, the webcam that I'm using is the one that's came with my laptop, which I don't have the Toshiba anymore. I had to trade it in to get a different one because it died on me. Yes, it died on me. So now I have a Lenovo, and I know like the picture's not bad, and the sound's not bad, but like the whole mouth syncing with the audio is kind of weird. But whatever. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna shut up. And thank you for listening to my babble. And if any of you out there who are watching this video like American Horror Story, ask me questions, leave me comments, tell me what your theories are. Who do you think Constance's fourth child is? I read something online yesterday where Ryan Murphy said that we're not going to see Constance's fourth child until next season, which is a total ripoff. It's not fair. It's like this freaking innocuous comment. Innocuous? Did I even use that right? Yeah, it's this comment that she made like in the second episode. Just like drops this bomb that she has 4 children and we've only seen 3. And then he says, "Oh, don't worry about it. You're not even going to see the 4th child until next season." Freaking asshole. Okay, anyway, I'm done, really. I'll talk to you later. Leave me comments, please, please, please. I love comments, and, I feel very lonely. I make these videos and not very many people watch them. I'm thankful for the people who do, but, let me know you're watching. Leave me a comment. Say hello. Something. Bye.